Welcome to the Canon in 5. We take the most reputable books in history and distill them for you. Every video covers one chapter, explained in simple words through 5 key points. Here is what you need to know from today's reading. Today, we're diving into the science behind our daily energy, that feeling of being alive. You know those days, right? You wake up and you just feel on. You're buzzing, you're ready to go, and it feels like you could tackle just about anything that comes your way. It's an amazing feeling. But then there are those other days, the ones where your internal battery feels like it's at 1% before you've even had a sip of coffee. So what's the deal? Why the huge difference? Well, psychology actually has a name for this feeling. It's called subjective vitality. The official definition from researchers Ryan and Frederick calls it the phenomenal experience of aliveness and of having energy available to the self. Basically, it's not just about not being tired. It's that spark, that feeling of enthusiasm and spirit. It's the energy that really fuels a flourishing life. So here's our game plan. We're going to break it all down into 5 key parts. We'll look at what vitality actually is, the 3 core psychological needs that power it up, why one of those, autonomy, is such a game changer, how you can actually boost your own vitality, and finally, how this stuff shows up in all corners of your life. All right, first up, what exactly is subjective vitality? Now, you might think this is some new idea, but believe it or not, people have been talking about this for a very, very long time. For literally thousands of years, Eastern philosophies have talked about a life force, calling it chi or prana. Fast forward to the early 20th century, and you've got Freud talking about a kind of psychic energy called eros. Then, in the mid-1900s, health researchers started noticing how stress just zaps what they called our adaptive energy. All of this leads up to 1997, when scientists finally gave it the official name, subjective vitality, and started measuring. So, where does this vitality really come from? Let's pop the hood and look at the engine that drives it. According to what's called self-determination theory, it's not just about what you eat or how much you sleep. It's deeply, deeply psychological. What this means is that our feeling of being alive is wired directly into our psychological well-being. When we get these core needs met, our energy just soars. And when we don't, well, that's when we feel drained and depleted. And here they are, the big 3. First, you've got autonomy. That's the feeling that you're in the driver's seat of your own life. Second is competence, the feeling that, you're actually good at the things you do. And third is relatedness, that essential need to feel connected with other people. Get these 3 right, and you're going to feel vital. Now, out of those 3, one of them has a massive impact on our energy. Let's talk about autonomy. It really just comes down to the huge difference between when you want to do something versus when you have to do it. I mean, think about this for a second. When your motivation is autonomous, when you're doing something because you choose to, because it matters to you, it actually gives you energy. It's energizing. But when you feel controlled, like you're being forced or guilt-tripped into it, that same exact activity can be totally draining. It's the difference between tinkering with a hobby you love and finishing a report because your boss is hovering. The energy difference is just night and day. And the research totally backs this up. There's this idea called ego depletion, and studies show that even tasks that require a ton of self-control are way less straining when we feel like we chose to do them. Just feeling like you have a choice literally saves your mental energy. It's incredible. Okay, so knowing all this is great, but how can we actually, apply it? How do we recharge our psychological batteries on a daily basis? Well, the good news is, research gives us some really clear, practical ways to do just that. The science points to 3 really powerful vitality boosters. 1, getting out in nature. 2, physical activity. And 3, practicing mindfulness. These aren't just kind of good-for-you things. They are direct ways to refuel that sense of aliveness. And get this, you don't even have to climb a mountain to get the benefits of nature. Studies have found that just looking at pictures of natural scenes can boost your vitality more than looking at, say, pictures of buildings. So seriously, go change your computer's wallpaper to a forest or an ocean. Science says it'll help. All right, let's zoom out for our last point and see why all of this matters so much in the grand scheme of things. Subjective vitality isn't just some fluffy, feel-good metric. It is a critical sign of our well-being in the most important areas of our lives. It has a huge effect on our work, on our physical and mental health, and even on how well we sleep at night. Our daily energy is the thread that connects all of these domains together.
Think about it. At work, when you have autonomy and you know what's expected of you, your vitality goes up. For your health, higher vitality is tied to being more optimistic and just having better health outcomes all around. And with sleep, it's this awesome upward spiral. You meet your needs during the day, you sleep better that night, which in turn gives you more vitality the next day.
So, at the end of the day, your feeling of vitality is like a real time dashboard for your overall wellness. It's one of the easiest ways you can check in with yourself because it's something you can literally feel. It's a direct signal from your mind and body telling you whether your deepest needs are being met. It's so much more than a passing mood, it's a vital sign. If you pay attention to it, it can tell you what's giving you energy and what's taking it away. So, I'll leave you with this question. Take a second and check in with yourself. How alive, how energetic do you feel right now? What is your vitality telling you today?